Yo, welcome back to Cage Calculated. Today we have yet another banger ready to go. We have our UFC 325 predictions. Tristan's back. Tristan, you've wanted to make the public known about your opinions on UFC 324. What you got for him?
Oh, dude. Freeman fight made me look like a dumbass. Modestas didn't do anything. I ate my words with Nikita Krylov. I called him a kickboxer goon, fat ass, and now I just look like a big
We both did,
dumbass.
to be fair.
Yeah, Gene Silva's good. Arnold Allen looked good on the comeback. Rest in peace, Derek Lewis. I believe in
Oh,
him,
dude,
but
rest in
that
peace.
that hurt. That
Gone,
hurt
man.
bad. That hurt
Dude,
bad.
the Derek Lewis half guard method, have you seen that? You know what
Jeez,
I'm
dude.
talking
And yeah, dude, that was that. Yeah,
about? He just lays on his
yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah, dude. You don't have to say
Evil, it's an
anything
evil
else.
world, dude.
Dude, Song Yudong got absolutely robbed. They just wanted Sean O'Malley for the title matchup. That's it. Everyone knows it. Whatever. And then, dude, Justin Gaethje,
Yeah.
human highlight reel, showed Patty there's levels to this. Like you were saying, I think Patty got rushed a little too much, and it really showed with this. Now Justin has to face the wrath of Taporia. But anyways, with that being said, I'm excited for 325. Let's get into these picks, dude.
Dude, yeah. I will say Gaethje playing or fighting Ilya, dude. Imagine what he has to say, like what Ilya's gonna say to him. He's like, dude, she took it all.
I'm
She took it
sorry,
all from me,
Justin.
Justin. Like,
It was
yeah,
kind of the same
I
shit
didn't
he was
want it
doing
to
with
be
Oliveira,
to
dude.
go
He
forward,
kind of did the same thing with Oliveira,
dude.
dude. Toyed with a
I
little
saw
bit.
a video of that the other day. That was terrifying. That he like
Yeah,
called a shot like that. That's like insane.
it was like, yeah,
Um,
demon, straight demon shit. But
yeah,
he's like that.
that was wild.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, let's talk about UFC 325. That's what's directly in front of us.
Okay.
We will start out talking about Aaron Toe versus Namstry Batbyar. We are hoping we're pronouncing names right. It's brutal out here trying to pronounce names. But Aaron Toe, both these guys coming from the road to the UFC, feel like they kind of made their names in the semifinal rounds. Aaron Toe had such a war in the semifinals, and then Batbyar has a really solid chin. He's only lost against Elijah Smith. That's insane. Elijah Smith's a really good prospect. So good, solid flyweight fight. Tristan, I'll let you make your pick first, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I don't know too much, but I know Tao is he's a feisty son of a bitch. Like he has some good KOs. He'll bring the pressure, and he can finish you. Also, I'm really big on the hometown crowd this card. So I think he just has more. He just has that knockout power. He'll overpower anything Batbar has to bring. I know he's kind of the complete fight to his game, but I think Tao's going to get the hometown knockout.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow that pick up with I'm gonna take Aaron Tao by knockout. I think that you said it best that Aaron Tao does have that hometown crowd. You're gonna have a little bit of the intimidation factor. That's something that I put down here. He's a scary dude. He's got those like mouth tats, those like native tats.
Dude's like a warrior
Pretty
tats.
badass looking. He makes it like hard. Like his stare downs are like tough. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a big fan of stare downs normally. It's kind of corny, but like it's pretty good. I was into it. So again, he had that war. I just liked the fight. I enjoyed the fighter. Yeah, I'll go Aaron Toe and we'll get the knockout. I know that he's an underdog in this fight, but why not? Why not pick the underdog sometimes?
Can't go
But
wrong with
moving
that.
on to the next fight, we have Sulangrangbo versus Lawrence Louis. Uh, Another fun name to say. Sulangrangbo. I have some of my notes on here. Bantamweight is very patient, good forward pressure. Just looks like a solid, competent, patient fighter in the division he was in, and enters and exits the pocket really, really well. And then Lawrence Louis, I think he's such a big underdog, especially for these road to UFC fights, because it was such a fluke in the semifinal. It felt like he was getting beat most of the fight, and then kind of got a free knockout. Kind of dude opened up his chin and he found it. I mean, broken clock's right twice a day. So I don't know. Tristan, I'm gonna let you talk about it. I'm kind of iffy on this fight.
Yeah, I don't think Lou has a great aspect to his game. It's just kind of mediocre. And I think Solangro, whatever his name is, just enters and exits the
Yeah,
pockets
dude.
well, throws good combos, just kind of controls the fight better. And I think he'll just get a unanimous decision on Lou. I don't think Lou has what it takes to beat him.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going the same route. I'm gonna go Sulangrangbo by unanimous decision.
Yeah.
I do have a line on this card. Under 44 and a half strikes for Szalay. Lawrence Louis, I don't know, man. I think he's just going to really fight at distance and not give Szalay too much to work with. I believe Szalay has a 60%, or excuse me, Lawrence Louis has a 60% striking defense. You have to kind of take that into account. I don't think that strike number, I think this is going to be kind of a boring fight, not going to lie.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it's one we got to watch, and at least there's UFC. No more 6-week breaks.
Literally.
But moving on to the next. You said, what was it?
Better than nothing.
Yeah, honestly, women's MMA main card would have been feeding families during that.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. All right. Anyways,
on it, dude. All right. Yeah. So next fight we have Kichiro Nakamura versus Sebastian Szalay. Nakamura had such a great semifinal fight with Kai Wen. He's going to be a talking point for this video. Shout out Kai Wen. If you know that name, you know ball. But he had a great fight. It was a great brawl. Really got to showcase his MMA skills and kind of all around. But does have some holes. Does drop his hands a little bit. And, did stick with the jab. Did get taken down. Like he got kind of dog taken down. Like he got two double leg like thrown to the ground. So he's very susceptible to it. But Sebastian Szalay, I didn't see too much of his fights. I only saw 45 seconds, and I'm sorry, I'm not watching all 7 episodes that are 2 hours long of Road to the UFC Season 4. Like, I'm not that hardcore. So, had a 45-second knockdown. Normally is a ground game guy. I don't know. Tristan, who do you have in this one?
Yeah, dude, I have the hometown kid again. I think Szalay, or dude, I can't pronounce these names, but I think he's gonna get I think he's gonna ride off that momentum from that 45-second knockout. I think he's gonna not finish Nakamura, whatever his name is, but I think he's gonna keep him at a distance, kick him well, just kind of control the fight well, and get a win at home by UD.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, he is the favorite for a reason. I'm going Nakamura by unanimous decision.
Yeah.
I like the brawl he had with Kai Wen. I think Kai Wen is like the final boss of China. So it seems like a lot of these guys have to go through him to get into the UFC and to be successful. So I'm going to ride that train and say Nakamura wins, unanimous decision. He took Kai Wen to a unanimous decision. I don't know if Sebastian Szalay, I just don't know if he has the skill necessary to win those type of fights. So we'll see. Again, very close, kind of a 50-50 ball in that fight. Next, we have Sanwook Kim versus Dom Mar Fan. Holy Minecraft table, enchantment table names. I've got Sharpness 3 on my laptop. We have
Slowness 2.
Yeah, Sanwook Kim. This is going to be a grapple game. We have Mr. Kim, who's grappling and likes wrist control. He's kind of a clunky fighter, kind of not super orthodox, but he's fighting a Damar fan who wears knee sleeves. And Tristan, I'm gonna let you talk about knee sleeves because you know how I feel about knee sleeves.
Dude, knee sleeves are like iron covers. Just like, why do you do that? That's just kind of gay, dude. Not gonna lie. But in this case, it might help him out. I do have Marfan winning by submission. I think he just has better like transitions. He can just create. He can get Kim to the ground better, and I think he'll just be a problem for Kim. I think Kim is kind of what is the word I'm trying to say? Susceptible to getting taken advantage of, and I think Marfan can kind of do that this fight. So I have him by submission.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is going to be a grappler fight. I do have some lines on this card I'm about to talk about, but yeah, I'm going to go Don Marfan by sub. He just looked like a better complete fighter on the ground. I felt at least that Sanwook Kim didn't give me enough. It was honestly like he just didn't have that much athleticism.
Yeah.
He just kind of rushes forward and holds your wrists, and then it's just like almost so forward that there's nothing you can do about it. And just cavemans his way through you. So Don Marfan's a little bit more technical than that. I think he has the ability to take him down and do something on the ground. So I'll go Don Marfan, and I do have the line Sanwook Kim under 38.5 strikes for the reason I just said. He's not super orthodox. I don't see him being able to land strikes because he's holding your wrist the entire time. It's weird. You'll see. But next, talking about our final early prelim, we have Khan Ofli, however you say it, versus Yizha. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be another fighter. Yizha, fought Kai Wen, so we'll keep talking about that. Beat him in season 3 of Road to UFC, learned some lore about that. Has some kind of unorthodox striking. It's a little, it's not super refined to the point where it's like, you'd think China would know how to like get these guys really, really good, but he doesn't look like flawless. But Con Ofli, has some range, is a good jiu-jitsu game. Tristan, I'll let you make your pick.
Yeah, I have the hometown kid again. I don't really know much about him, but
No
I do
doubt.
know he has pretty good jujitsu. He's good in the clinch, very comfortable in the clinch. He's very sound. He keeps his hands in. Like, he just looks like a really good fighter. And Yizha, I'm going back to my notes, and it's just like he can. There's not much to his game. I mean, he can strike a little bit. He's a little goofy, but I have Ofli getting unanimous decision at home.
Yeah, I mean, Yizha, I think I'm going to agree with you here. Um, he looks a little bit better than Con Ofli here. Did you pick Con Ofli? Who'd you pick?
Yeah, yeah. Ofli, Offli, whatever his name
You
is.
pick Con Ofli. Oh, I'm wrong then. I'm sorry. I'm going against you in this one. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's what I thought.
Um,
Also, I did kind of butcher that a little bit, but yeah,
no, you're good. No, I mean, I'm trying to get to these stats on here and
yeah,
kind of learn a little bit more as I'm going. But Con Ofli did have a sub in his last fight, but Yizha did have a knockout in his last fight. They're both on just like a 1-fight win streak. Um, Something that I think is interesting. Look at the reach differential. You see, Yizha has a 71-inch reach, while Ofli has a
it's gonna
66-inch
be an
reach.
issue.
That could be a factor. Um, I think that if it comes down to striking, I feel confident in Yizha, so I'm going to go Yizha. I'm going to go confident enough to say KO. He does have that really kind of goofy overhand right, but hey, I kind of want to see it land and him do something with it.
Yeah,
So I'll go against you here. I'll go Yizha. But it is not a bad choice to go Australian fighters. They are pretty good.
yeah,
Australian MMA is a lot better than
underrated.
I thought it was, but underrated, very, very much so. But next we'll have Jonathan Micallef versus Oban Elliott. My notes on this card: Micallef has such a strong body kick and strong rear leg kick that it was really impressive in the film that I watched, where he bruised and battered his last opponent. It was really just a clean fight, and he's normally kind of a ground game guy, apparently, according to Joe Rogan's smartass. But Oban Elliott, counter strike fighter, likes to fight off the back foot. It's very, very popular within Wales, and I guess it's Welsh community. I'm Welsh, kind of, I guess, so maybe I should go for this guy.
Shout out.
But he was at Cage Cal, or not? He's at Cage Calculated, dude. He's
Dude,
working
shout
with
out
me. He's
Cage
actually
Calculator.
in the garage behind me.
Dude, look at
Yeah,
bro's like back though,
really.
dude. Kind of looks like
So
Patty a
what was
little
it?
bit. Elliott's back.
Yeah, he was with Cage Warriors with Patty. He's
Oh,
kind of
dude, that
like from
explains a
that same
lot.
crowd. Um, I don't think he's a Scouser though. Scousers don't get knocked out, but that may
I
not
think
be
he's been
good.
knocked out. Yeah,
They do more damage not
yeah.
getting knocked out. Patty looked like a train wreck.
He didn't get knocked out
Um,
though.
but you said what was it?
He didn't get knocked out though.
Yeah, I mean that's very true. Yeah, he did stay up. I'll give him that. But Tristan, who do you have in this one? What's your thought process here?
Shout out Cage Warriors, but Elliott really doesn't have a lot to his game. Everything I've seen of him, he just kind of throws off his back leg, and as he's throwing, he backs up, taking away power from his punches. He does have some decent leg kicks to the other opponent's legs, but other than that, I didn't see anything too crazy. He will stand there and throw too, but I don't think he has enough to like defend any one good opponent. And I think Melcalf has what it takes to submit Elliott pretty easily. So I've Micallef by submission.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag team on this one. I'm gonna go Micallef by submission. Again, look at the reach advantage for Micallef. You can see it again up there. You know, Oban Elliott does have more fight time usually in the cage, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Micallef just kind of has some he has like a little bit of mystery behind him where like Oban Elliott, you can kind of see he has a very limited range of weapons that he can use.
Yeah.
Just again, throwing off the back foot. If you're getting pressured most of the fight, I know he's a counter striker, but like I'm not impressed with someone who's backing up the whole time. And I don't think judges
Mm-hmm.
really like to see that either. All that being said, I still think Micallef has the skill to bring him to the ground, and I think he has better ground game than Micallef. So, or excuse me, Elliott. So,
Agreed.
but moving on to the next fight, I think we've got him. Yeah, the Mucinex Booger, the king of blobs, Torres Finney versus Jacob Malkoun. Um, I guess I'll start with the record. I mean, I might be a tweaker, but Torres Finney being undefeated, I think should grant him um being a not being an underdog at least it being 50-50
Agreed.
odds. I don't know. But Jacob Malkoun is, 8-3. I don't know what people are seeing from him. I watched one of his fights and wasn't all that
No.
like wow, this dude can maul Torres Finney. So all that being said, Tristan, who you got in this one?
I have Finney by ground and pound. I think he's going to work Malkoun, and I think he's make it look pretty
Agreed.
easy from the film. Like you said, you didn't see anything much special about him. I mean, he has a good like guard, I guess you could say, but he has a good jab, good combos, but he's very one dimensional. He can kind of grapple, but not as good as Finney. Finney is a beast. So I think Finney just gets him on the ground and just makes light work of him.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm not going to doubt my Mucinex booger. I
No.
want to see him continue move up the ranks. I think with this one, I think the height similarity is something that is really funny to me. I think Dana and Hunter put this fight together because they wanted Torres Finney to win. He's just such a fun, stylistic matchup.
Yeah.
I personally want to see Torres Finney win, and I have him winning by ground and pound as well. I didn't put any lines on this one. This one's a little weird, especially with Jacob Malkoun being like the favorite.
Which
I
is
just don't
weird.
see. I'm looking through his stats, and like I don't see anything that like
Could there
leaps
be an
off the page for
injury,
me.
or is it just like experience, or just
Oh, is this his takedown average? Oh, wow. Okay, so he has a 6.62 takedown average per 15 minutes. Okay, that's probably why he can wrestle too.
okay?
So,
Yeah,
Finney
he
being a
did say decent grappler.
Greco-Roman
Yeah,
wrestler, so I mean, he has a good grapple. I mean, he had that jab too in that fight. I mean, maybe I'm not doing enough credit, and maybe I don't
yeah. Maybe
recall
we
enough,
just
but I
didn't
just
watch
like,
enough film, honestly.
yeah, I mean, that could very well be the case, but we're gonna both go Torres Finney anyways. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah, moving on to the next card. Oh boy, here we go. Cam Rowston versus Cody Brundage. Yeah, this is a fight of all time. Tristan, what do you have? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this one?
Cam Rowston, because Quinn said the other guy sucks. Cody Brundage sucks.
Yeah, Tristan, I don't think you could say it any better.
Thank you.
Cody Brundage sucks. This dude got mauled by the fraud Bo Nickel, and quite frankly, he's gotten mauled by anyone decent. He is 1-1-1 in his past three fights, which for those
That's
of you who
mind
don't
boggling.
know, one win, one tie, one loss. He's very unpredictable. He's 1-2-2 in his last five. One win, two losses, two ties. You know what? This guy sucks. And so that's my defense to that statement. But I do have lines apparently on this fight because, I can't
That was
match
smart.
the joke. I have Cam Rowston over 20 and a half strikes. I think Coda Brundage is at least decent enough to kind of meathead his way through a couple of decent shots, not get knocked out immediately. Although this fight was predicted to be a knockout in the first round. So you do what you want to do. But I also have Cody Brundage over 12 and a half strikes. That's a low number. I'm just going to immediately go over on it. And I don't think Cody Brundage is, again, that bad. I think he's just kind of gotten mauled by a lot of
Yeah.
better opponents, but still sucks. So screw that guy. And moving on to the next fight, we have, oh boy, Junior Tafa versus Billy Elekana. This was almost a main card
Um,
fight, believe it or not.
that's
That would have
insane.
been horrific for people just like tuning in to
Yeah.
watch MMA. And this is their first like experience of it. Like, oh, dude, my buddy told me 324 was such a good card last weekend. I got to watch 325. Let me see who's starting out. Ah, dude, Junior Top versus Billy Elliott. It's gonna be a great one. And then you just see two
Oh,
whales blubbering at back and forth.
dude, it'd be
Oh
terrible.
man, it's rough. But I guess I built it up enough. I mean, both these guys aren't like I Billy Ellicana's not that bad, but like who do you got in this one, Tristan?
Pretty obviously, Billy. Tafa,
Yeah.
there's not much to his game. He's going to knock you out in the first round, or he's kind of just going to tire out. He can strike a little bit. He might can catch you, but Billy, I think, is just more agile, faster, quicker, and I think he'll submit him. So I got Billy by submission.
Submission. Okay. I've got Billy by KO. I think again for the reasons that you said. Tafa just he runs out of gas incredibly quickly. I
Yeah,
don't know if him moving down to like heavyweight will help with that. I hope to God it will. But or Junior Tafa, that's his brother I'm talking about. Junior Tafa is the
yeah,
same way. But you know, like I said, he does have really good, or like you said, immense KO power. but does throw pretty blindly and likes to trade, and that's not a great decision either. So
No.
I'll go Billy Elekana just because I do have notes saying he has elite athleticism. Looking at some of these stats, they are kind of similar. So I'm not saying that like Junior Tafa doesn't have a chance, but I think the odds are kind of correct that he's like a 2-1 favorite in this one.
Yeah.
Or Elekana is a 2-1 favorite. But moving on to the main card, finally, we are here. Quillen Salkilld, minority guy. Got Quillen Salkilld, Jamie Mullarkey. Unfortunately, Tristan, you said it best. The Battle of Agartha. Who do you have in the Battle of Agartha?
Dude, I have the up and coming Quillen, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Shout out to bro.
Quillen, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's this big of a favorite for a reason. I think she's younger, more complete. Jamie Mullarkey is older, kind of going out the door in the UFC. Mullarkey's kind of like a doorstep or a doormat for Salkilld in this division. So I don't know if Salkilld will finish Mullarkey, but Salkilld will just put on the act, just do whatever it takes to win, and I think he'll do it pretty convincingly. So I'm by unanimous decision.
Yeah, I mean, Quillen Salkilld now owns a bakery, so that's pretty cool. And he likes to knock out minorities, and unfortunately, we don't see that in this fight. We get to see a fellow Agarthan, but it is what it is. He's willing to do what is necessary. It was necessary, and he has a great first round finish rate. He's just been really impressive. His all around game is really what sticks out to me, and there's a reason he's a -770 favorite. I mean, I don't need to talk him up too much, but just really effective on the ground, really effective on the feet. He can clinch. He can just flow through transitions. It's incredible. The guy looks like an up and comer. I don't know if he's ready for the top of the lightweight division yet, but I personally think this guy's on the come up. But
Agreed.
I do have a line for this fight. All that being said, I guess I make my pick. Quillen Salkilld by KO. I have him knocking out Jamie Mullarkey, full of Mullarkey in this fight.
Yeah.
I do have this fight being over 33.5 strikes for Quillen Salkilld. I think Jamie Mullarkey does have enough of a chin. He's fought enough decent prospects throughout his time at lightweight that I feel like he can at least withstand a little bit of Salkilld, which he's not really known for power. He has, I mean, his leg kick is, but like, shout out the bakery and the Indian guy. I don't even remember. What's his name? You know, remember his name?
Dude, not a damn clue.
Dude,
not a clue.
What a fraud, dude. He's like, I'm the Indian Khabib or something.
Dude, I think I saw a clip of him saying like, "Yeah, I could wrestle Khabib," and then he dies.
He couldn't even wrestle.
And
he couldn't even like stand on the feet with Quillen Salkilld.
Dude, like 17 seconds.
Brutal,
what was it?
Yeah, it was like something like that, like 22, 17. It was something like ridiculous. It sucks, and he never fought in the UFC again. So shout out that guy. But all that being said, Quillen Salkilld, I think he doesn't have the like immense power to knock out someone like Jamie Mullarkey, at least not right away. And I have this fight going over 7.5 minutes. I think this could be an underrated unanimous decision card or fight. I think that Mullarkey's not that bad. He does have some capability, has some good leg kicks.
That's why I
can make fights kind of a brawl. I just completely doubt my fellow Agarthan, but like Quillen Salkilld, I'm gonna keep trusting the man.
Real deal.
Moving on, holy blobs. Yeah, we get the blob, like the king of blobs. I mean, this guy, Tuivasa is ranked. I'm gonna let that be said because this dude has lost 5 fights in a row. And he's ranked number 13. Is heavyweight this bad? Like, are we dead ass? Is it really this bad at this point that we're leaving him in there? Teixeira kind of got fraud beat against Derek Lewis. He's not a fraud if Derek Lewis beats you, first of all, but it was kind of, he was undefeated, and then, Derek Lewis did his thing. So, Tristan, who do you have in this Battle of the Giants here?
Hey, dude. Teixeira's a favorite for a reason, but I fucking love an underdog, dude. I don't care if Tuivasa has lost 5 in a row. That motherfucker Saturday night will be on top of that cage, taking some poor fan's shoe, putting a beer in it, and fucking absolutely killing it. Just like he's going to kill Teixeira and do a fucking Derek Lewis knockout in the first round. I'm delusional, but I'm going with my boy.
Imagine the crowd, though. Imagine the crowd.
Dude, that's what I'm going for, like the vibes,
No, if you weren't going to do it, I was. I wanted to be the man, and I'm going to let you have it.
I'll do it.
The sorry, guy in the chair in the corner. I pick Teixeira. I'll pick Teixeira. All right. I'll be
Mm.
that guy. He's 6 foot. He's 6'7", I think. That's great. Nothing
I gotta cut that
significant
out.
about that number. And has an 83-inch reach. I mean, that's ridiculous. The dude is a genetic freak, and I think he's capable at heavyweight. So I'll be lame and I'll go against the pick, but that does not mean I don't want to see it happen. I would love to be wrong. This is one of those fights that like make me wrong, UFC.
Yeah.
Like you win if you make me wrong. So um moving on to the third fight, and we get to a banger. This is gonna be gas. We
Yeah.
got Rafael Fiziev versus Mauricio Ruffy. Woof, Ruffy. We got just a striker's delight, really. I think that Fiziev has such an immense arsenal of strikes. It's so impressive. You can see that he's just comfortable wherever. Muay Thai strike. I mean, if you don't believe me, watch those Gaethje fights. I know he lost both. We're not going to overreact, but Gaethje's also an interim champion right now, so we can't even talk.
Hey, one was on short
Fiziev
notice, so
stuck around and took that dude to a decision. Fiziev's a dog, dude. And Mauricio Ruffy literally sounds like a dog. Ruffy. And he has that spinning back kick, man. King Green is probably still peeling bits of his foot off of his face because that was ridiculous.
brutal.
Tristan, I think I built it up enough. Who do you have in the
I have a Ruffy.
Coco main event?
Dude, I have Ruffy. Dude, I
Yeah,
think this guy is
Roof.
I think he's elite with his striking. I think a little bit like Sean O'Malley. Like he's just he could counter. Like he's a killer. And that back kick, heel kick to Bobby Green or King Green, that was stupid. Fiziev is still a really great fighter. I wouldn't be shocked at all if he wins, but I'm gonna take my boy Ruffy with a brutal knockout.
Fair enough. I told Tristan before I made this main card pick that I wasn't going to write my picks down, that I was
He
just
did
going to kind
not.
of free ball it. And oh man, both of these guys are good. Do I bet? I'm gonna go Rafael Fiziev. I'm gonna go Rafael
That's not a
Fiziev
bad
because here's
decision.
why. I do like Rufi and I do like his potential. His counter striking is elite, but I doubted Justin Gaethje last week. This dude took Justin Gaethje decision. Maybe Justin Gaethje is the closest thing we have to Captain America. That being said, I think Fiziev can weather the storm. I think he can stay out of harm's way. He's fast enough. I know King Green. We're gonna make no one's faster than King Green, but like King Green isn't the all-around guy that Fiziev has. He can mix in takedowns with his striking. He can just give you a more problems, I think, than King
Yeah.
Green does of just having to be an elite athlete. So I'm going to go with Fiziev. I also do have a line on Fiziev. I have him over 16.5 strikes. I think this is another underrated possible decision fight. This is one that I can see definitely these guys, just kind of touch each other from range. We
Yeah.
love touching each other and gauge calculated. That's their favorite thing to do. And I think it's going to be, just kind of a striker's delight. I don't know if Hoofy's going to be able to knock him out the way that he was able to take out King Green. So I'll go over 16.5 strikes. I think Fiziev throws with enough volume to match that. Moving into the actual co-main event, and oh my goodness, I cannot again explain to you how excited I am for this fight. I'm not even going to build it up very much. I'm just going to let you rip at it, Tristan. You know what to do. Dan Hooker versus Benoit Saint-Denis.
Dude, someone's dying. Like they got to dig a grave, a pre-made grave in the middle of the octagon for one of these two motherfuckers. This is going to be absolute fireworks. I'm going to be glued to my seat. My eyes will not shut for even a millisecond. Someone's going to die. With that being said, I like the voice from Land Down Under, but dude, give me the Frenchman, Saint Denis Benoit, dude, God of War. Younger, he's on the up and come more than Dan Hooker, and I think he kills Dan Hooker. But that being said, Dan Hooker's not a bad fighter. It's gonna be fireworks, and unfortunately, he's gonna be at the one to die, basically.
Yeah. No, I agree. Someone's got to leave on a stretcher. And,
Yeah,
I'm going to play this into my pick. I did see Bedtime MMA talk about a possible Dan Hooker versus Patty the Batty matchup. And I think it can happen either way, but I think it's more likely if he loses.
yeah,
And for that reason, I'm picking BSD, Benoit Saint Denis, for this fight. I love his power. Again, his nickname. He's elite. He was able to really go up the rankings up until he met, Prime Diamond Poirier. And then, he's a scary fighter, the God of War, man. I'm going to go with him. Do have lines for both of these guys. I have it over 25.5 strikes for Dan Hooker. I don't
that
know.
seems
Like,
like
Tristan, that you've watched Dan Hooker, like that's weird, right?
Free
Something might be
money, dude.
wrong.
I
It
get
kind of
they
makes me
expect
nervous,
this fight
actually.
to end soon as well.
Yeah, like I don't think it's gonna. Again, call me crazy, but this is another dark horse decision. Like Dan Hooker can take damage.
Yeah.
He's been in wars. Benoit Denis has knockout power, but like past the second or third round, or past the second round at least, midway through the second round, I don't know if he has the exact power to take out Dan Hooker. Like
Fair point.
there's a chance that this might go the distance. So I have both of them over their strike lines. I think that that's not insane.
No,
I
not
know
at all.
BSD knocked out Glass Chin Dariush in like 2 seconds, but that's not a feat in the big 2-5. So I'm gonna go Benoit Saint Denis, and we'll talk about our main event of the evening: Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes. Tristan, I know you're excited.
Dude, yes, I am. I think Diego
Let's
Lopes
hear
is
it.
the real deal, and I am buying into the stock now, and I cannot wait for it to fucking go up. Diego Lopes showed heart in that first matchup. Granted, he did get beat and looked outclassed, but I think he never backed down, and I do think he's going to be one of these new smart fighters. I think he took the time and the good game plan to prepare for this fight, and I think he becomes champion after this bout on Saturday. So I have Lopez by either TKO or a decision, leaning towards decision.
Decision. Okay, so we'll go. I can see, I can kind of follow the vibe. I don't know about KO. I'm out on the Diego Lopez KO trick. I'm gonna eat these words. Just watch. It's gonna
Hey,
happen. Um, I I love Volkanovski. I was talking to Tristan about it earlier. This is a fight that, or a guy that has so many different niches of his life right now. This guy has his land, he's got his cooking channel, he's got all these different brands wanting to collab with him, on top of being the champion in a really cutthroat featherweight division. He's also a 37-year-old. We did see Justin Gaethje last week dominate as a 37-year-old, but how much does he have left in the gas tank? I think he has enough. I think he gets through another decision defeating Diego Lopes. I'm going to go Volk here. I want also to kind of see him take on the new bloods in the division, the Evalievs, the Lerone Murphys. I want to see the Volkanovski have a chance at that and it really cement his legacy as possibly the greatest featherweight of all time, and maybe passing up Jose Aldo. I don't know. I'm just talking here, but I like the Volkanovski storyline. I like Diego Lopes, but I think Volk dominated that first fight, and I think he's smart enough and a good enough fighter to really bring it home for the rematch. So I do have a couple lines for this fight. I do have Volkanovski over 88.5 strikes. He threw 99 in his last bout with Lopes, so nothing I don't think is going to be different. I think Lopes wants to keep this fight on the feet, and Volkanovski is a volume guy. Diego Lopes over 67.5 strikes. There's that damn number. He he's effective on the feet. He's going to throw from distance, and I think that he's willing to realize that he needs to probably get a knockout against Volkanovski. He has that ability. He has the highlight reels. I think over with Volkanovski being the tough guy he is, I think that's a fair assessment. But Tristan, I guess I'll turn it over to you. What are you most excited about, and what do you like feel about
dude,
this card,
I'm definitely the most excited about seeing Denis Benoit and Dan Hooker. That fight's
dude?
just going to be a certified banger. We knew Patty versus Justin was going to be good. This is going to be 10 times better, in my opinion. Like, this is going to be an absolute banger, and I can't wait for Saturday. We're going to be glued to the seats. We're going to be tweeting a
Oh
lot,
yeah,
interacting with you
follow our
guys,
Twitter.
You know, we're going to have a good time on Saturday. It's going to be a great day.
Heck yeah, yeah. No, this I think this card is going to be elite. Mainly because there's no women's MMA, a single fight on this card. That's good job UFC. Like that's elite. So,
Finally did something right.
um, yeah, like I'm excited for this card. There's gonna be some cool knockouts. There's gonna be some cool striker matchups. Not a whole ton of grappling, so I'm cool with that. I think it's gonna be a banger. But we appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Please like the video.
One
Please
more thing.
subscribe. Please check out the Twitter. You said what was it?
One more thing. Shout out Cup
Yeah,
Swanson, dude. Cup
dude. Cub
Swanson
Swanson the goat.
shouted out our Twitter, reposted some stuff. He reposted only two things: our post and another big media post. So it shows that we're doing something right.
Hey, Cub Swanson, you did more than you could ever have done for me. So thank
Yeah.
you, Cub Swanson. You're the GOAT. Shout out to the Hall of Fame career. But that's going to do it for us. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.